Did the USCCA leave yet another one of their members hanging in their time of need? This could be big. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is attorney Andy Marcantel and attorney Marc J. Victor. We are the partners at the Attorneys for Freedom Law Firm, here today to talk about a little bit of inside information that we recently got. How's it going, Mark?
Awesome, man. Yeah, we're talking about the shooting that occurred at the Virginia Mall.
The YouTube prankster shooting, as it's been coming to be.
And we've done a full video analysis on this that we should reference, and I'm sure we'll put a link.
Check out the link below.
Yeah, but I think that this video is more about the questions that we've had in terms of what USCCA has done here. And let's say right at the beginning, we don't know for sure, right? We haven't spoken with Mr. Colie. I did speak with his public defender, Mr. Alan Colie. I had a personal conversation with him, and I specifically, after congratulating him on doing such a good job on this case, very hard case at trial, I asked him, was your client, Mr. Colie, a USCCA member?
Let's pause right there. I want to go back to how we actually found out about this, right? Because it came up in a court filing.
That's right.
The prosecutor filed something to ask the judge to allow the state to present evidence to the jury at trial that right after the shooting, Mr. Colie immediately made a phone call to the United States Concealed Carry Association.
From his speed dial, which he had programmed.
From his speed dial.
Yeah.
And, of course, the prosecutor wanted to present this to the jury to show that he had some sort of knowledge or guilt or something like that, or try to make a negative spin on it, right?
Yeah.
Now, the judge did end up denying that motion, but the judge did not rule on that motion on the merits. In other words, the judge didn't actually analyze the legal arguments made by the prosecutor or the opposition made by the defense. Rather, the judge denied it because it was untimely.
Right.
There's certain time restraints regarding motions, and you got to file it by a certain time. The prosecutor missed it, and so it got denied.
That's how we found out, and I think other people found out, that this guy, Mr. Colie, was a USCCA, or at least appears to have been a USCCA member, and he wound up with a public defender. How did that happen?
How did that happen? So that raises the issue of your phone call with him.
Yeah. So I call Mr. Colie, the public defender who did such a nice job on this case, and among other things, I specifically asked him, was your client a USCCA member? And he said, yes, he was. I said, well, do you know why you're on the case? He said, I don't really know about that. So what I did was I did some research. I wasn't familiar with the USCCA, so I looked on their website. I found out that they excluded criminal acts, and I figured this coverage was just for civil, and I think very reasonably, right? Because they say they exclude criminal acts, and he concluded that this is simply a matter for civil coverage and didn't think anything of it, didn't push it any further, and we moved on in our conversation.
Right. Yeah, that's very interesting.
I asked him if he would come in and talk to us and bring his client, Mr. Colie, in so we could talk to him about how the case went, and he said, yes, I'll speak to Mr. Colie when the case is concluded. Unfortunately, his motion to dismiss the shooting in a mall charge was denied, and so there's
check our video for the analysis of that, because that's a really, really weird thing from a legal perspective.
Yeah, we think that's strange. Look at our video and the full analysis of that case. But anyways, raises real questions about USCCA. I'm sure that if USCCA, and we shouldn't just pick on USCCA here, because so many of these other insurance-based companies.
None of the insurance-based companies can cover criminal
acts. They
acts.
say we don't cover criminal acts.
And
so you look at this video and you say, it looks like a criminal act.
Disproportionate force. Right?
Yeah.
It's a gun to somebody holding a cell phone.
So sorry, no coverage for you. It's just unfortunate for them that it went to trial and it turned out with a not guilty verdict. And if that's the case, and again, we don't know for sure. We're speculating. I mean, I know what Mr. Colie told me, but we haven't spoken with Mr. Colie. We haven't seen any contract with USCCA or anything like that. I mean, I could imagine maybe Mr. Colie wasn't paid up on his dues or something. Who knows? There could be some things.
Yeah, if we're wrong on this, we're definitely going to come back and do right by USCCA and, finish the story, basically.
Yes.
But based on our conversation with Mr. Colie's lawyer, it appears to be the case that he was a USCCA member.
I'm glad you made that point, Andy, because we want to put out accurate information.
That's right.
If USCCA acted appropriately here, and you know what? They're free to call us. They know if USCCA is watching this video and they say, hey, there's a different reason we denied this guy, you call us and we will put it out in a video say USCCA is exonerated or off the hook. In fact, I would invite them to call us. I'd like to hear their side of the story in terms of why they didn't cover Mr. Colie, and I'd be happy to make a video and put it out there. We're trying to put accurate information out there.
That's right. Well, maybe the internet can help us here a little bit. Sometimes when these stories get out, the internet goes to work and can find more information out there. Maybe somebody has some information they'd be willing to share with us. Send us an email, shoot it in the comments. But we might just be waiting until Mr. Colie's out of custody, which could be as early as December, because that's when his sentencing is currently set for.
I wish Mr. Colie had instead been a member of the Attorneys on Retainer program. We would have been arguing with each other on our team on who's going to try this case, because this seemed like a really fun one to try.
That's right. All right. Well, we will keep you guys updated as that story develops. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe it. Maybe share it with a friend. Go check out attorneysonretainer.us to learn more about our program, or you can go to attorneysforfreedom.com, learn about the law firm. And until next time, my friends, this has been Attorney Andy Marcantel and Attorney Marc J. Victor.
Peace.